Welcome to ABC31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. A new discovery at the Hotel Bentley is shedding more light on its place in local history. ABC31's Joanna Phillips has the story.
Most Alexandria residents know that the Bentley Hotel holds years of history, and new pieces are being found each day. History that dates back to the World War II era. The hotel's current owner, Michael Jenkins, renovated and reopened the Bentley for full service last year, after its doors were closed for over a decade. And recently, some new history was discovered in a crawl space in the hotel, by accident.
He was actually up in there with a flashlight, checking on some wiring and stuff, just doing what our maintenance engineer guys do. So that's where he called me at. So when I came in, I actually climbed up the ladder and got up there. Then he started handing me the paperwork, because he just kind of stumbled upon it by accident. He handed me down what was a document, looked like our piece of paper, and it's what you see here, this large piece of paper. Had no idea what it was at the time. Once we got it down, we began examining it. We could tell it was very, very old.
Documents that date back to the 1800s in what appears to be something similar to a scrapbook. It contains bank documents, stationery from the town talk, instructions on how to use a phone with a one-page phone directory, and a few other items. It's an exciting discovery for those employed by the hotel, but it may not be the only hidden treasure within the massive building.
And it makes us wonder what else is here, and what else have we not discovered, because there are so many levels and sub-levels and rooms that we're always working in.
And with the hotel fully back up and running, time will only tell what else it holds. Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
The former Alexandria and Ward Marshal Terrence Grimes is expected to make a court appearance tomorrow in Rapides Parish, where he's expected to plead guilty to malfeasance in office. Grimes resigned his office on Tuesday. Last June, he was arrested on the malfeasance charge, as well as drug distribution, resisting arrest, and unlawful carry of a weapon. Grimes' chief deputy, Ricky Marshal, was to be sworn in today as the interim marshal. Norris Greenhouse Jr. of Marksville is due in state court tomorrow for a contempt hearing. The issue is whether he had permission to take a vacation to the U.S. Virgin Islands. He's under a $1 million property bond. Greenhouse, you may recall, is accused of killing a boy and wounding his father almost 2 years ago during a high-speed chase. The co-defendant in that case has been found guilty and sentenced to 40 years in prison. Well, we had some picture-perfect weather today, but how long will it last? Meteorologist Kim Walker is here with a first look at our forecast.
Well, you can definitely feel the drier air moving into our area, and that's because the lows for this morning were in the low 50s, so it felt a little bit cool, and that's due to the dry air. We're going to continue that trend as we head into your Friday. As we wake up in the early morning hours, we're going to be around 60 degrees at 4 o'clock, and then dropping down into the upper 50s through 6 and 8 o'clock. So you might want to send your kids off with a little bit of jacket or so, because it's going to be pretty chilly out there, but it's going to be picture perfect once again for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine returning, but we are keeping our eyes on Irma, because believe it or not, it could affect our weather by the middle part of next week. We'll explain coming up in just a little bit. All
right, thanks, Kim. An Alexandria teen is arrested by local police for the shooting death of a 25-year-old man over the Labor Day weekend. 19-year-old Braylon Dozier is charged with armed robbery and murder. Police say Dozier is also linked to 2 other robberies. Shooting happened on Beatrice Street late Sunday night. Police found that victim moaning and unresponsive, and he was later pronounced dead at a local hospital. Police have not released the victim's name. This afternoon, LSUA's Veterans Support Organization welcomed students out to see their new study and meeting room in the James C. Bolton Library. The group aims to help veterans and their families have a successful college experience. The organization has been around since 2010. Any student can become a member, whether they've served in the military or not. For more information, you can visit their Facebook page. The owners of Cici's Coffee Shop broke ground today next door to Pineville Baptist Church on Highway at 28 East. Owners Colin Bercier and Brandon Hargrave thought it would be good to have a new business to bring the coffee shop to Pineville, since residents have been requesting an easily accessible coffee shop that includes a drive-through. It is expected to open by mid-January. The owners say they're also looking at opening a Cici's in North Louisiana. A new business in Alexandria is helping save lives. Evac, a company under the AirMed Care Network, is a flying ambulance service.
We are the largest air ambulance service in the United States. We have over 320 bases across our footprint, including Alaska and Hawaii. I've been with the company for a year. They just gave me the Alexandria area, and it's always been one of my favorite cities. So I'm excited about being new to Alexandria because we have all these air bases in this area.
To learn more about the Air Evac and the AirMed Care Network, you can visit their websites. The Lagniappe Theater Company is bringing Kansas to Alexandria as they present The Wizard of Oz. The classic tale comes to life tomorrow and Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2:30. Tickets at the Coughlin Saunders Performing Arts Center are going fast, we're told. For more information on how you can get tickets, visit coughlinsaunderspac.org. Next Saturday, the Kent House will kick off its 6th annual Tour de Bayou for friends and family.
It's for anybody, whether you walk, run, or bike, so from your small children to any age. And they're going to be having some entertainment there at Kent House, so it's not just come get on your bikes and ride and then it's over. They always do a great job with entertainment there at the Kent House. Also, you can take a tour of Kent House.
And if you'd like to participate, you can visit letourdebayou.com for more details. Another impact of the flooding in Houston is hundreds of thousands of cars damaged by Hurricane Harvey. In this report from WBRZ in Baton Rouge, there's a warning about buying pre-owned vehicles, those that may have traveled to Louisiana from Houston. Brittany Weiss has the story.
I've been through what and back.
It's been a rough year for Hank Keith. He's lost just about everything he owned in the past year. The only thing he's holding on to right now is this 2004 Dodge Ram.
Oh, I didn't have a way to go nowhere, and I liked the looks of it. I liked all the features.
He bought it with money he'd been awarded by FEMA a year ago, and it started giving him trouble soon after.
Scared they're going to leave me on the road.
He spends plenty of time working on it.
Check engine light won't go off at all.
And it may never, since he bought a flood-damaged vehicle.
Did sustain water damage to the power train, computer.
Keith says it's a fact he didn't know about at the time of purchase, but paperwork says otherwise. A water damage disclosure form sent from the dealer with Hank's signature, signed September 3rd, 2016.
Oh, ma'am, I never seen it until December 22nd.
Keith says the phrase flood damage was never discussed.
No.
Instead, he put his trust in a salesman.
They never told me they had flood damage at all.
Anyone who buys a car after a flood event, it's buyer beware.
The OMV commissioner says a seller does not have to disclose if a car has flood damage. The buyer must ask for this. If not, that person could have the same surprise Keith did.
It's something to keep in mind since it's estimated 700,000 vehicles received flood damage in Texas during Harvey. The commissioner says cars with liability insurance will not be reported to insurance and could end up for sale somewhere else.
If you had known about this,
I wouldn't have bought it. I would have walked away.
Now Keith has no choice but to live with what he bought.
Tropical cannas produce beautiful flowers in some of the hottest conditions. On this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center horticulturist Dan Gill explains how to promote better blooming on these plants and how to control persistent insect problems.
The hot weather of late summer does nothing to cannas. Cannas love the heat, the humidity, the occasional rainfall, soggy soils. They take almost anything our climate can throw at them and thrive here in the deep south. However, there is a major issue for us to grow cannas, and it's a pest problem called the canna leaf roller, and it is prevalent. If you grow cannas, you're just about going to see the canna leaf roller at some point or another as you grow them. Now, the symptoms are very obvious and striking. Notice these leaves that are brown. This is where the caterpillars have fed on the young leaves, and then as they get bigger, they chew holes in the leaves. If a big caterpillar chews up a canna leaf while it's still rolled up and young, the result is an odd, interesting holes in a perfect row, as you see right here. Now, this canna leaf roller is very difficult to control because they feed right down in the plant. Systemic insecticides like acephate or imidacloprid can be used on these. If you're an organic garden, you can try using BT, but it's hard to control them. Now, one other thing about cannas this time, they've been blooming all summer, and you need to remember that once a canna shoot blooms, it doesn't bloom again. So feel free to go through your planting of cannas and prune out these shoots. Just reach all the way down to the ground and prune them out right down here and take them out of the bed. That will provide nice room for fresh new shoots to come up and bloom. Cannas are beautiful, but you have to watch those canna leaf rollers. Forget it growing. I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.
And for more information on other lawn and garden topics, contact your parish's LSU Ag Center Extension Service Office or visit the LSU Ag Center website at lsuagcenter.com and click on the Lawn and Garden button.
Hi, everybody. This is the voice of the Tigers, Jim Hawthorne, inviting you to watch Inside LSU Football, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors on this affiliate of the LSU Sports Television Network every week during the season. We'll have all the highlights, exclusive locker room access you won't see anywhere else, and features that will give you the inside story on your Fighting Tigers football team.
Inside LSU Football. Join us Sundays at 10 on KLAX TV. Brought to you in part by Randy Wiggins, State Farm Agent.
Well, welcome back, everyone. As high pressure starts to build into the region, we are going to see another nice day, and it's going to continue that as we make our way into the weekend. It's going to be nice and quiet for your Friday, and then rain-free, low humidity through the early part of next week, but it looks like our next rainmaker could actually be Irma. We'll explain in just a little bit, but right now, temperatures not too bad. 81 degrees in Alexandria, a little bit cooler in Lake Charles at 77 degrees. In Leesville, it's 80 degrees. Natchez also at 80 degrees. So not bad out there at all. And of course, it feels very comfortable out there because our humidity has dropped as well. But here's Irma right now. It's just to the northeast of Cuba. It is expected to move just to the north of Cuba for tomorrow and then eventually making its way to the north. And here's where our computer models are actually going to make it impact our weather. It's going to break off. A piece of it could stay in the southeast, and that will spawn off a few showers and thunderstorms right over our area. So this is something that we'll be monitoring, see if it actually happens. But of course, it's almost about 5-6 days away, so anything can change. But that's what we're thinking right now. A very strong hurricane, though, at this moment. But again, as it makes its way to land, or makes landfall and then eventually moves up the coast, we are expecting it to weaken, and a piece of it could land in our area. So this is something that we'll be keeping an eye on. But it's going to be sunny and pleasant for the upcoming days. High pressure in control, and that will quiet things down. It's going to stay cool as well and very comfortable out there. As we make our way into tonight, though, temperatures will drop. You might need a light jacket for early tomorrow morning. Temperatures around 56 degrees for our overnight low, clear and cool. And then tomorrow, we are expecting temperatures just about what we saw today is what we're going to see tomorrow, with a high around 83 degrees. So another pleasant day, plenty of sunshine around as well. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Temperatures just slightly warmer for Saturday and Sunday. Full sunshine, though, but I think the humidity will continue to be low, so it's going to be just absolutely just gorgeous out there, beautiful with a dry air in place. Overnight lows will drop down into the upper 50s and lower 60s, and will stay that way through early next week. 82 degrees on Monday and Tuesday. Again, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, but then by the middle part of the week, we're going to continue to keep an eye on Irma. We could see some strong afternoon thunderstorms with some heavy rain. Temperatures will remain in the low 80s, but then by the latter part of the week, it looks like the humidity will return and also the heat will return. But it's going to be sunny on Thursday with a high around 86 degrees.
Wait, whoa!
Oh, I can't get enough of this video.
Right This Minute is TV's #1 daily viral video show. Right This Minute.
Coming this fall on KLAX TV.
Good evening, Alexandria. I'm Nick Frank. The LSU football team will once again hit the road this weekend for an out-of-conference clash. On Saturday, it's Grambling State, a team with a high-powered offense and a quarterback who may be tough to contain.
Very talented across the board. As soon as you turn the film on, you just go, wow. He and his staff have done a fantastic job there. Everything starts with the quarterback, offensively, and he's a very talented guy. It's the reason why he was at Ole Miss, because he has that type of playing ability. Running backs, very good, maybe one of the best running backs we'll see all year.
The NSU soccer team is also getting ready to head on the road. Lady Demons have lost their last 2 matches, but have had strong second halves in each of those games. They'll look to build on that momentum as they go from the turf to the grass in Mississippi.
I think the whole team is looking forward to practice on grass since we've been on the turf this whole preseason, but going to Mississippi, I think our biggest goal is to come out with 2 wins before conference starts, and even though it's hard to travel on the road all the time, I think we've adjusted well.
The NSU volleyball team tipped off in the Rebel Classic this morning against Ole Miss. Rebels proved to be a little bit too much for the Demons. They're swept in 3 sets. Reagan Rogers led the way with 8 kills.
Well, thanks for watching. Have a great night.
To you, it's just an old coat. But to an underprivileged child, it's a warmer winter. Please help us collect coats for kids before the cold months get here. You can drop off new or gently used coats at a location near you. All coats are cleaned and distributed right here in our community. The KLAX Coats for Kids Drive is sponsored by First Federal Bank, Southern Heritage Bank, Bank of Montgomery, Kramer Funeral Home, Take 5 Oil Change, South Park Cleaners, and LaSalle Printing and Office Supply.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets. Bones Weekends.
Watch Bones weekends on KLAX ABC31.
When it comes to cleaning up the streets of Boston,
this is who I am. This is what I do. Now get me in there.
He did it, and I know where the proof is. It's ladies first. Rizzoli and Isles.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.